bigger.
Yeah, I have
That's cute. I love it.
Okay, we're gonna need.
I don't want that to break when I put it up.
Put it like in the top of your closet for now.
Gotta go.
Baby, take it to Daddy's room. Go take it to Daddy's room, baby.
Continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone.
Okay, take it all to Daddy's room.
Come on, let's take it in there. Come on. You know what other stuff? Ow.
That's how it's supposed to be. Let's go fix it.
Allen now on first down. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LeSean McCoy. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On play action, Allen. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Charles Clay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage...
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Now Allen throwing on second down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Josh Allen. And the Bills will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They didn't tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, it's McCoy fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The rookie Josh Allen with his 4th touchdown pass of the contest. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Let's go. Zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
Running is not working. I don't understand what you're not getting out of that.
And they connected there and picked up a first down.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Over. No.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Zoom.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And now off to the races down the right side.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Detroit!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And they
That's a
drop
penalty.
it for a loss, but penalty
Can't be
markers
diving.
are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Allen now looks to throw.
Yep, that was my fault.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the
See him pull back.
So look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that?
And then as soon as I threw it, he jumped. He went for it.
But you know what happens, too? If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
And he's going to be taken down here.
Bring it
with a
back.
flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Right now, you got 58.
On play action, now Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The left side throw complete to Adams. They give him a gain of 38.
All right. My team.
2 minutes remaining here in
But
the
that was
first
cover 2,
half.
so yeah.
We're back to Lambeau following these words. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and there. Another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Gordon on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On second down, here's Rodgers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Good, good! Good, good! Here we go now. Blue, landing!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills will extend their lead. The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
3-18.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So a good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue, landing. Blue.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll give it up to Ivory. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Bills have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the ring?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Ben, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a first down and more for Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20. And he's going to get it all the way down.
Sometimes you're going to run the same play, bro.
A big play
all game.
By Gordon. 66 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touching not a finger on him until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away.
And he will get this into the end zone.
Lucky as shit ever.
Green Bay.
Should have been an earlier touchdown. I should have thrown it with anticipation, but didn't.
Touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills head on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
That's a good play.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
That's a real good play.
On third with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole.
Yeah, that's
as he gets it
the
down
on
to
that
the
side.
24-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he'll jack this one down to McCoy. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10.
What do you know?
23.
Who would have thought he was going to do that?
Before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. We've seen him break
guys
off a
just
big run
didn't set it
already in
off.
this
I
game
read
for
it
a
all.
second. That one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LeSean McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray McLeod with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
Didn't like it.
Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Ivory, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know their playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Now Rodgers sets up the screen to Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right.
They'll go with Jones. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Now it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On the counter, here's McCoy. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
The 1st round pick,
He's not gonna call.
Alexander making the tackle.
GG, bro.